Good evening, ladies, gentlemen, and those of us who are more creative. I am the furious DeVile, and today is a very special video because I've decided to lose my mind even more than I normally do. God, my skin hates me, and I think it's because it knows what I'm about to do to it. Anyway, it is still an unboxing, yes, but it's also because the two products within this unboxing fucked up my boy Glam so awfully that I couldn't post it, that I have decided to do something pretty wild and try my first different colour scheme kind of glam makeup thing, I guess. I don't know how this is gonna go, you'll know what I mean. And naturally I thought the devil and red because, you know, I want to try and stain my skin apparently. So I am going to unbox it first. It's very small, so it's not going to take that long, and then we'll get started, and I'm going to do a full face on camera. I really don't want to. It's going to be a long video, so be prepared. Also, I am in a turtleneck and it's boiling, but it's because I don't want to paint my entire chest red. I don't have the energy for that. However, I will say, if I was to do anything like this for drag and go out with it and that, I actually do quite like, one, it's because I'm lazy and I'll never get into body painting because I can't be bothered. Also, I plan on getting very many tattoos when I have the money. But I do quite like, for instance, if you take like Danny Beard or Gottmik, you know, when they do the white face but they don't like do the whole body, it's just their face. I actually quite like the contrast between skin colour and wild. It's almost like you've took a monster's head, do you know what I mean, and stuck it on a human's body. However, I do feel like there should be, I don't really like seeing like, I don't know, like, we'll say red face, normal colour neck, like where it attaches. I don't really like that. I feel like it should be like, you should have a big choker on, a turtleneck or something to like almost look like your head has been cut off and put on another body. I think that aspect's quite cool. One, because as I said, I'm lazy and I don't want to do a full body thing, but I also do like that weird contrast of it, but that's not really that shocking because my drag is very much about all the contrast and weirdness. Anyway, trying to unpack. I'm not looking forward to this. I'm really not. New things. Autistic. What can I say? Okay, let's start. And I'll tell you now. This is an annoying box. And I only got it because it's not a box, it's a bag actually. It's annoying. And I wouldn't have got it originally because it doesn't appeal to me at all, but I wanted the new palette, so I got the bag to save on shipping because I'm like that. So this isn't the bag it came in, by the way. The Vampire Diaries mystery bag, £20 worth 43. If you watched my last video, you know I very much dislike the Vampire Diaries, the Twilight and all that. I am just the person. I have grown up a bit. However, when I was younger, I hated them with a vengeance because I was into very much like the history of gothic creatures and vampires, werewolves and all that, and I realised how glamorised and gay, I'm sorry, they may be straight stories, but sparkling vampires, it's gay. And okay, I appreciate that side a bit more now. However, I hated them as a child because I was like, this is not how they were, how dare you. I am now like, they're still not how they were, how dare you. They should either be very much how the mythical side and the gothic side portrays a vampire, or they should be very, very gay, like the Chronicles of the Vampires and all that with Lestat and Louis and etc. So also all very, very gay. This is a mixture of fakeness and not realness with a hint of queerness from the aesthetics. Anyway, as you can tell, I'm still very bitter about these kind of shows that piss me off incredibly. But as I said, I got it because it's makeup for a start, and it saved on shipping and all that. It's not very big. I'm not surprised. It was £20. Borderline more skincare bag like thing. Yeah, that's what I would say. I'm gonna try my best to use it in my stuff. I don't know how well it's gonna go, and I am terrified of the first two products, because these are the products that fucked me over. And they say bestseller. Well, I obviously used them wrong then, because they done gone fucked me over, and like hard, no lube or anything like that. Painful, very painful. Anyway, I wouldn't know, but okay. So the first product is the Vampire Diaries silver eye gloss topper. Adds some shine this Halloween. This innovative, I said it right, oh my god, eye gloss adds a edgy vinyl, there it is, look to any look. A long-lasting hack every makeup artist have long known. Also a containing jojoba and avocado oil to provide long-lasting hydration for your eyelids. The lightweight, non-sticky, easy to use and super versatile. This gloss can be worn alone to enhance more casual everyday looks. As a glossy topper over eyeshadow for an evening head turning just from the runway. This is your new must-have to your makeup kit. It comes in 2 shades, clear and silver. Okay, so it's £5. This one is the better one. The fact that it's got so many oils in it makes sense now, because it 100% broke down my makeup. So the fact that it also says it goes over makeup, well, it doesn't go over my fucking makeup, I'll tell you that. Maybe I was just using it wrong. I am so nervous. And if it goes well, this makeup that I'm planning, I may just chicken out and not do it at all, because I am not risking fucking this up massively because of this. But I will swatch it. Like, it is very silver and quite pretty, this one. I am impressed with this one. However, you're not telling me that that is not sticky. It's as sticky as hell. But it is pretty. And I would probably wear it. Can you hear that? You're telling me it's not sticky. If I could bear the stickiness, I might wear it out of drag. Like, just like on bare eyes, because I feel like it would be quite pretty. However, yeah, like, actually, you know what, I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm not gonna be using it. I'm not gonna be using it in my makeup look. It's just not happening. I remember how much it broke down the eyeshadow, and like, I'm just not risking it, especially with this being my first time trying something new. The other one is virtually the same description and everything, but this is the Vampire Diaries Clear Face and Eye Gloss. So it's literally the same, but it's clear, and unlike that one, strangely enough, it says that you can use this one on your face and on your eyes. This one was the worst. This one really fucked me over. That one, not as bad, still not great, but it really isn't. I personally do not think they go over makeup. And like, I mean, they show you like pictures of them with them over makeup, but I wonder how long it lasted like that before it started breaking it down. Because it's oil at the end of the day. Oils break down makeup. Anyway, I'll be back. Ugh, I've got so much shit down here, like I've collected all red things from my makeup kit, because I'm like, okay, I'm gonna Because believe it or not, I don't have a red concealer or a red setting powder, so I know it's shocking. What kind of drag performer am I? So this is literally just clear. It's so sticky. It's almost like the feeling of like PVA glue. Do you know what I mean? Like before it dries, it's very thick. It's very like, I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of smooth and pleasant to rub. However, it's so sticky. They say face. This, by the way, do not use this. This would have to go like on bare skin kind of face, because obviously when my novice aesthetic, the powder just fucking clinged to it, and it was really bad. But yeah, like, I don't particularly like the feeling of them. However, I am 50% sure that I'm probably still going to find a usage for them. But I don't like them. I'm not going to lie. I definitely prefer the silver one. But maybe they're just not my kind of products. Okay, next product. Okay, so the next product, let's see if this works now, because I used it a lot and then it seemed to like just give up on me. The Vampire Diaries Star Stamp Liner Duo, the dual end Star Stamp Liner pen, £6, giving you exactly what you need this Halloween. Our Star Stamp Liner Duo features both a felt tip eyeliner and a star stamp. This multi-use product is super easy to use and intensely black. Simply place the star stamp on your eye or wherever you desire for long-lasting colour. The stars are shining this Halloween. Okay, so it was very cute at first, but then it seemed to just stop on me. I don't know whether I abused it too much. I don't know where to put it. Like, can you see? Like, it's still not great. Oh, that was a bit better. It's very, very cute, and I was very excited about it, and I feel like I may have abused it a bit too much, and now it hates me. And the eyeliner's fairly good as well. It's probably not as precise as I usually want. However, my drag doesn't really matter. I think my drag looks quite good with thin eyeliner. It looks good with thick eyeliner, so I'm not all that picky over it. £6, of course I'd pay £6 for a good eyeliner. Just wished the stamp took more abuse. I may look into more like fun eyeliner stamps, because I had really a lot of fun with them. It was very sad actually. I felt like a child. And you know how I feel about children. Next product. Okay, so the next product is the Vampire Diaries Super Fake Mascara, £8. We duped our best-selling super fake mascara, but added a thrilling twist. With the famous brush and sell-out formula, we've created this limited edition. Lengthen your lashes to scary heights with our ultra-lengthening super fake mascara. Get ready to seriously amp up your lashes, because this mascara serves up serious spooky length for as long as 12 hours. Achieve longer and thicker looking lashes, all thanks to our super precise brush and vegan formula. Our best selling product just got even better. Okay, so I've received this one before, so I'm probably going to sell this one on Vinted. I have a Vinted, and there's a lot on it if you want to go and check it out. So yeah, my experience with it is a decent cheap mascara, but my go-to, the Essence one, is way better. Next product. Okay, next product is the Vampire Diaries Blood Drip Lip Tint in the shade Witches. 100% vegan lip oil, £6. It will be love at first bite with this innovative hybrid lip formula, which lightly tints the lips, that gives you a subtle shine and and the moisture of a lip oil, delivering long-lasting, hydrating colour in a non-drying formula for ultra comfortable wear and a gloss finish. It contains jojoba oil to soften and smooth your lips. This innovative and show-stopping lip tint is perfect. Oh god, voice crack. It's perfect to complete your Halloween looks, as well as for everyday hydrating wear, coming in 2 shades, Bitten and Witches. Okay, so I'm not gonna lie, this creeps me out a little bit. Like, at first I thought it was really separated, but I'm beginning to think that's just how the formula looks, because it looks kind of similar on the photos and that. So then I thought it was quite cool. Obviously, you would think that it's purpley kind of shade, wouldn't you? However, it's definitely clear, and I bet you the other one is completely clear as well. It's just a clear lip oil. Like, it's very much a clear lip oil. Like, there's no purple hint to it or anything. I thought the dough foot was very interesting. Like, it's just plastic. Like, and I'm surprised more don't do that. I actually think it's quite cool. And it will stop so much, like, if you put it on top of lipstick, it may be easier to clean off the product. Do you know what I mean? That will obviously then change the colour from not clear. Oh, also, it smells delightful. Like, it smells really nice. It is strong, but it's very pleasant, and I'm hoping that, because I don't particularly remember, but hopefully it does dissipate, because I believe even a really pleasant smell should, like, go away after a while. It shouldn't always be there under your nose. Next product. The next product is the Vampire Diaries Cheeky Kiss Lip and Cheek Tint in Siren. Transformative power of love is ever present in this easy to use, long lasting lip colour with a creamy moisturising finish. Cheeky Kiss is packed with hydrating skincare ingredients such as jojoba oil, hyaluronic acid and vitamin E to nourish and hydrate while adding a pop of spooky colour to the lips or to the cheeks this Halloween. It comes in 2 shades, Siren and Spell. This must-have multitasker will save room in your makeup bag and is perfect to pop in your bag for on-the-go touch-ups. Okay, so it's very kind of cute. Like, you press it and it comes up. So I used this on my lips before. I haven't used it as a cheek. It's quite a dark looking colour, so I don't know, but then again it buffs out quite pretty. It's not a colour that I would go for, really. It's a bit dark for me. Like, I prefer brighter corally kind of blushes, so this is quite on the darker side but also red, very reddish. I don't see it. What do you mean I don't see? I've already tried it. It's not a very pigmented lip. Like, it looks fairly pigmented, but you can definitely, like, see through it. Like, it's patchy-ish, but I would once again see this more as a skincare product, to be honest with you. And I see most of the products in this little bag as more skincare products than I do makeup products. Anyway, last product. And the last product is the Vampire Diaries PH Lip and Cheek Tint. That would be my dog. I will be back. Honestly. Anyway, the Vampire Diaries PH Lip and Cheek Tint Colour Changing Lip and Cheek Stick, £7. Transform your makeup with the mind-blowing PH Colour Changing Lip and Cheek Stick. This stick is a hybrid for the lips and cheeks, which transforms from a haunting black to a truly unique shade of pink that complements your natural skin tone to add an instant flush of colour to your cheeks and lips with creamy, dewy finish that blends easily and gives a sheer to buildable formula. Because of its innovative formulation, the shade of pink will look unique and different on everyone's lips and cheeks. This chubby stick comes in a twist-up tube for precise, I've just clicked off it, precise and easy application that is buildable for a creamy, dewy finish. It works perfectly well for your ultimate Halloween costume party, as well as everyday looks. £7. God's sake, my dog is losing its mind. So, I hate colour changing products. Like, it's so stupid in my opinion. It's very childish, and I think you should just stick to children with these sort of products. However, like, I used this as blush for my failed glam boy look, and it's just very, very dark, kind of. I wouldn't even say it pulled pink on me. It pulled more purpley, maybe pinkish berry kind of colour, and I get it. Oh my god, my dog is losing its mind. Oh my god, I don't know why my dog's losing its mind. But yeah, like, it pulled very much more berry, purpley, maybe a hint of pink on me. It just didn't really, it's definitely sheer. Like, I wouldn't even say it blended well. Like, it looks quite bright and pigmented there, but it's still very much a skincare product. I'll use it because I'll use it on my lips if nothing else for like skincare-ness and all that. I do want to put it quickly next to this one to see if I can get an ombre blush, because it's quite dark, but I feel like it may still work on my red colour scheme I'm going for. That one is definitely lighter, so I'd probably put that one in the socket and that one on the outskirts maybe, because this one just seems to be a lot more like blended out and that. But yeah, like, besides this being a colour changing thing and me being unfun, I just don't see the point in them. Just give me the colour that I want. Like, I don't know, I just find it very childish, the whole colour changing thing. But it seems alright. Yeah, I don't really know. I probably won't use any for the lips, so I'm gonna just show you them now. So that's that one, and as you can see, it's still very, very pinky-ish kind of colour. It looks so weird, me not having lip liner on and doing this. Because if I used it for the day, I would put it on similar to this, obviously a lot neater, and then I'd put a gloss over it, and then it sort of shears it out to look like I've got a subtle colour lip gloss on. But yeah, as you can see, I wouldn't say it pulls pink on me at all. So that's that one. This one is, as you can see, much more of a very subtle pink lip balm. It's not a lip colour, in my opinion, at all. Like, I suppose in a way, this is the tint one, right? No, it's not. Neither of them are tint. I don't know. I just don't think this works especially as a lipstick, because it's just not pigmented enough. This one maybe a bit more, because as I said, the pH of your skin, like that's what it relates to and all that. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if I'm gonna be using much of this for it, but like I'm gonna try my best. Okay, I'm gonna try and see what they're like. I may just have to go over them though as I do it, because I really want to try and get this to go well, and with all the oils and skincare within it, I just don't think this is a good box for makeup. Like it fucked my glam boy makeup, so it's probably gonna fuck my drag makeup if I am not careful. So that is why I am not using those eyeglosses. Anyway, let's get started. I hate doing all makeup on camera, but I'm going to try my best. So my first step would be, I still, by the way, have a like list on how to do my makeup, because I have a very, you'd think I would know my routine by now, and I probably do. It just makes me feel comfortable. I didn't fart, by the way, if you hear that. That was, I guess, my trousers against the cushion I'm sat on. Anyway. First product. This is so annoying. I don't want to do it on camera. I don't. You know what? I'm going to get to the step of the foundation and be back. So I'm going to skip when I feel like I can skip. Okay, no, I felt bad. So I'm going to do it all on camera, as I said. Okay, so, 1 minute. I'm going to see if I took the smoothing effect off. I don't remember. Okay, I'm back. I felt bad. So I am going to stick to what I planned and do the full face. Okay, so obviously the first thing that I do is prep mist. This is from the Beauty Crop, and there we are. And if you remember me doing it, you have to spray it beforehand, or it sort of just dribbles out all over your face. However, it smells delightful. I leave that to the side because I then use it for when I'm, you know, setting and all that. Primer, Elf, Power Grip, my go-to. I separate it out on my face. I don't just rub it in, because for some reason it doesn't want to work like that. I don't know why, but it just seems to let the foundation sit better on my skin if I separate it and I don't just go like that. However, if you want sticky primer and your makeup to last forever, this is the cheap alternative to the milk one. Okay, and the pore filling one. And literally in the areas that I am the most porous. And this is the Elf Putty one, of course. Just the OG one. And I leave it to set for a little bit. So I will be back. Actually, there is one more thing before I do, and that's exfoliate the lips. Okay, so with that done, we are on to the scary parts. And I have decided to, I'm going to try and colour correct it. Like, I don't know if I need to colour correct, considering my face is going to be red. But I am going to just follow my routine as usual. However, instead of using my orange LA Girls colour corrector, I'm going to use this makeup palette that I got from Temu and see if it works well for colour correcting. By the way, ignore what that on my eye. I don't know why the camera is showing it so worse than it actually is. You know, I accidentally went like, when putting on my skincare, I went like that with my nail, and I have the smallest cut on the bridge there, and that is making it look like I've got a massive pimple on my eye. It's not that big. I don't know why the camera is doing it. I'm going to go in with this one because it's the closest orangey kind of colour that I would go for. And I'm just going to go with a very small brush and put it over where I would normally colour correct. Whoa, that's... I just remembered how pigmented these are. So I'm just going to do that. I will probably be featuring this palette a lot, this makeup look, because this is about the reddest palette that I have with red products in. Does that make sense? Yeah, you know what I meant. God, this could take forever. I should have got a different sponge, but I didn't think about it. I just didn't want to get it everywhere. Me and my perfectionist ass. That is my problem. I am like the laziest perfectionist in the world, and it's very annoying because those two things don't go together, but here I am. I have to admit, like, this is one of the best products I have ever gotten from a cheap site. And, like, I don't advocate buying from sites like Temu and that, especially when it comes to makeup, but it is a good product, and I'm glad that I did. Obviously, you have the whole ethical side of these sort of brands, like Shein as well, and that. But, to be honest with you, you are in a delusional land if you think that you shopping on the high street is any different. I'm sorry, but the world is full of sick, twisted people, and the abuse in workplaces has always been a thing. Like, we think that we are at the best we've ever been at. I'm sorry, but a lot of it is undercover. And where in the Victorian times they used to just openly abuse children and that in the workplace, I'm sorry, but we still do it. We still do it 100%. We just don't. It's not in your face. And we live in a time where if you don't see it, then it's not happening, basically. And not everyone can shop on the high street. I personally hate shopping on the high street. You would think as a drag performer I would be better at social skills and all that, but it doesn't come easily. I will, unless I am in drag and doing my job, I will try and avoid social places as much as possible because I find them annoying and I don't have anxiety provoking, and I just don't have the desire to do it like other people do. I would rather just order offline. Anyway, with that done, I'm going to now set it. I don't know whether to set it with my usual powder or an eyeshadow, because that is what's going to happen, by the way. Most of my setting is going to be with eyeshadows. I'm going to use a thin layer of my usual powder and see how it goes, basically. That thing on my eye is pissing me off because it is not that big. It looks like I have a pimple on my fucking eye. And you'll see it, hopefully, as soon as I've start my eyeshadow, that it's not as prominent as that looks. However, I have realised that I may not need to get a new orange one when it runs out, because this seems to be almost exactly the same. Obviously, this doesn't matter as much if it mixes with the foundation because the foundation's going to be bright fucking red. But, yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I am nervous. Am I going to have a red face after this? Maybe. But I'm not going anywhere for a while, so hopefully it fucks off by when I do. Okay. So, good enough. I don't have to go crazy with it. As I said, it will mix in with foundation anyway. Speaking of foundation, here we go. I am so not looking forward to this. But here we go. So, I actually do have a Krylon paint stick. My wet hands just went everywhere. In red. And I brought it. And I brought a few other different colours because I want to try and do it. I want to try and do different kind of looks and all that. Different kind of looks, but still nefarious, if that makes sense. Oh, ow. I've got an itch. I'm not looking forward to this. I'm scared. Please don't stain my skin. You're Krylon paint stick. People use you all the time. So if you stain my skin, I'm going to be very angry. Let's go. I'm so scared. Oh god, it's so bright. I'm so nervous. But also low-key kind of interested to see how this goes. It does make you feel a bit like a child. And even though I hate children, it's always great to have fun, right? As usual, the Krylon paint stick I'm going to put on basically as much like that, and then I'm gonna just leave it for a bit to warm up on my skin because then it should help move it a bit, because there's no liquid foundation to help it move because I don't have a liquid red foundation. Ugh, I know, what's wrong with me? So you're gonna have to work on your own, okay? Don't I look hot? Literally. Okay, so I'm gonna wait for a bit to finish my tea and then start. Okay, let's get buffing. This, I'm not gonna lie, may take a while, so I'm probably going to do a bit just to show you how it goes, and then finish it off camera. Because while the Krylon paint stick is a go-to for a reason, it isn't the most easy to apply and does take some patience. That's why I normally mix it with a liquid foundation, because it just seems to give it a bit more of that slip and movability. But this is literally like paint for your face and that. I am so nervous this is gonna stain my skin. But I've started and it's happening whether I like it or not. I'm so scared. Okay, as I was saying, I will be back. It just looks like I have a horrendous sunburn. I've never had a sunburn in my life, by the way. Melanin queen. Okay, oh my god. Setting with, I've decided to put in a bit of my go-to setting powder, but also a bit of red eyeshadow to set, because hopefully, since most of it is like, it's quite bright under base, so I'm hoping that it will just set instead of change the colour of it necessarily. And it seems to be working. So it's just turned it a bit more of a pinky kind of setting powder. And I'll probably go with this with every colour scheme that I do. You know what I mean? Like, I'd probably just... that fucking thing is really pissing me off. I'd probably just, you know, add a bit of eyeshadow to my setting powder. Okay, so the next would be the highlighting stage. So this is going to be a bit difficult, but I'm going to take the same kind of mindset that I have with the setting powder, and I'm going to take... Where did I put the brush? Okay, it's obviously not up here. Anyway, I'm going to take the... Oh my god. The normal concealer that I use and try and put in a bit of the red cream blush to it to see if it will work. I'm nervous because I don't think it will. I'm not as confident with this one. So I may just go in straight with the colour at first. I'm going to go with a mix of this one and that one and see how it goes, because I want still that very highlighted effect even in red. I'm going to see what it's like if I go straight in with a sponge. I've ditched the other one, I'm just using this lighter one. And I'm not even going to go in with the e.l.f. one, actually. It's just, I just feel like it's not going to be as full coverage as I need it to be. I mean, it seems to be working a bit. It is slightly taking off the red underneath, but if this holds its own, it doesn't matter as much. But I have to admit, this is a bit where I fear the most with staining, because I'm going to have to set this bitch with a red eyeshadow. And that is definitely a part where I fear the most, because that could stain like a hell fire. Oh, I so would have been done by now. I mean, it is doing the effect that I want. Yeah, I think it's alright. I'm just going to set this under eye. But I've got to be careful because I don't want to set with a straight up red that's the same colour as my face. I want it to be lighter, of course, like highlightery powder. And I don't know if I have that available to me. Maybe Tongue Pop from the Jeffree Star Cosmetics palette? Maybe? Okay, I'm gonna try, I'll maybe mix the slightest bit of prick into it, so that bright red. But I want mostly Tongue Pop. Okay, I will be back, because this is going to take a while. Okay, so obviously I've gone a bit further than I was meant to. I've done the forehead as well. Literally taking that peachy, pinky kind of colour seems to have been a good choice on my judgment. And the powder that I decided to go with is Tongue Pop, but I would then add a bit of the white glucose on top of it, and it seemed to do the job quite well. There it is. That was a bit more than I usually do. Oops. I have to admit, setting with eyeshadows, like, it feels like the areas that I've set feel tight. Like, maybe if it lasts up, I found a good idea. Okay, so just got to do the chin area, and then I can do the contouring, which, I mean, there is options in this palette, but I'm thinking I'm gonna go with a lipstick. Ooh, wrong one. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to go with a lipstick, and I'm thinking Unicorn Blood, the Jeffree Star Velvet Trap one. Okay, I'm gonna have to go and find it first off, because I'm not gonna lie, I have a lot of stuff down here and I have no idea where it is. God, I forgot how messy contouring with a lipstick can get, but here we go. So I literally drew it on. And buffed it out. And I'll tell you now, as I said, contouring with a lipstick, while it's an effective and cheap way, it is not beginner hack friendly. It can get very messy very quickly. There, it cut me off like that. Suppose it's a bit similar, maybe a bit further in. And then took it up this part here. And I might as well do the forehead while I'm at it. Okay, so time to cut. This was difficult because I didn't know. Normally I would go in with a setting powder that matched the skin instead of the highlighter, but I don't want to risk fucking it up, so I just took tongue pop to set it. I would say that's about it. So I just took the tongue pop from the blood sugar palette and I set it along this part. Like that, and then I can now do the jaw. The reason that I think the lipsticks are so messy to contour with is because they blend out so easily. But it is a good money saving tip. I used to always contour with lipsticks. I think that may be it. Okay, so just taking a bit more of that tongue pop. Ow. I will now set the cheek area, chin area properly. Okay. So for the I don't know, I was gonna set my face then. I am not done yet. For the cream blush, which will probably be the most easiest, I think, maybe, I don't know. I'm gonna first attempt to use the products from the box, but I do have other options like lipsticks and obviously the cream blush palette. But I'm gonna give this a go. So I'm gonna use two different brushes. So I'm gonna use this one. Oh crap. Okay, maybe I should just... I'm so nervous. I don't think this is going to show up through this. No, it's not going to happen, and I think it might be removing my foundation, and that's not happening. Absolutely not. So, sorry about that. Oh, I really shouldn't have done this box with it. Shit. Um, I mean, I did sort of review them for you, didn't I? I put them on my hands, and I said that they'd be good for skincare basis, so it's alright. I've done it. Okay, to my knowledge, I've done it. Okay, so for lipstick, for cheeks, I'm gonna go with... Still want my ombre sort of moment. Okay, so, oh crap, that's obviously a broken lipstick. I mean, they all look... That one is a bit darker. I may just have to end up with a solid red blush, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, okay, maybe those two. Okay, let's see how this goes. Obviously, I want the darker one in the cheek section. I need my blush brush. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Oh, God. God, I didn't expect it to just buff out like that. Okay, I'm gonna try and sort this out and then do the side. Okay, so this is very difficult and it didn't really work, so I'm just gonna see if I can do it. I basically ended up going with this one over the top of many, and I personally think I could just do that and it will look the same. Oh my god, I broke this lipstick ages ago. I keep forgetting that I have, so I'm being too rough with it. I think it's working quite well. It's not what I wanted, but it is working. God, the state of my hands. I need to clean my hands after this creaming stage. I even like blush in doing this. It's so much fun. I'm not gonna have fun taking it off. I know that. But it is fun. Okay. Highlighting is next. God. Who says lipsticks are just for the lips? I'm just saying. Okay, so for highlighter, I'm gonna just go with this one because it's a peachy pinky kind of colour and it's about the only option I have. So putting it on the brush, the blush brush. Fuck, that was a lot. I didn't mean to do that much. Damn it. This is going to be wild. Oops. I really didn't mean to do that much. I'm going to have to try and split it between the two cheeks. This is about the only option that I had in terms of liquid highlighter because all my other ones are quite goldish. This has a pink, peachy kind of undertone. And I think it's working quite well. I may need a little bit more on this side. Here's me complaining about how much I used, and then I'm using more. I've been going wild again with highlighter lately. Don't get me wrong, it's always been wild, but I've been going wilder. I used to only put it in these sort of areas, and now it's basically a topper for my blush. Okay, we are ready to set the face. I'm so nervous to take this off. Okay, so once again, I'm going to add a bit of red eyeshadow to my loose setting powder and see how it goes. And I am probably going to have none of the red left from the Nikki Tutorials palette, but oh well, these are the sacrifices we make. There we are. It's so hard to get it out. Yeah, that wasn't enough at all. I'm gonna have no red left in this. Okay, let's... It'll be enough. If it's not, oh well. So it's just turning it a darker pinky kind of colour, which is, I guess, what I want. I don't really know, to be honest with you. Let's set it. I'm so nervous. Oh. I'm going to have to look. I'm going to look like I have a disease or something when I take this off, aren't I? But I am learning. I mean, I'm learning that you can maybe do a lot of colour schemes without necessarily having the actual products. If you know what I mean by that. Like, I don't need a red setting powder. I can make a red setting powder. I don't need a blue setting powder because I'm assuming that it'd be the same if I was to do a blue look. It is weirdly satisfying though. I don't know why. I think it's because I'm like I am a perfectionist, and seeing my face come together in a different light, aka colour, is kind of bizarre, but I also find it kind of satisfying. This is the first time I'd ever done anything like this, by the way. Like, look at that. Oh god. So do you see what I mean when I say that, like, I think I like it like this? Like, I would have to have like a big choker, like my metal one, or something to cut off the head from like the rest of the colour of my body. There's no going back now. Okay, so with that done, I can now get on to the powdering stages, which low-key I don't know if I'm more nervous about, because powders and like these eyeshadows are eyeshadow pigments. Like, they're pigmented and they have to stain. Don't get me wrong, I do stain a little bit, but I've never had outrageous staining, you know, like how some people do if they use pigments. Put it down to because I have dark skin, of course, but like, I've never had outrageous staining. Probably until now. Yes, I forgot to spray it first, so it dribbled all over my face. God, yeah. So the next bit would be the nose contouring. This is gonna be difficult. I genuinely am finding this quite hard. Like, I have several palettes in front of me, and I keep wanting to go, oh, my contour. No, I'm not allowed to use that. I think I may have to go with one from the Jeffree Star palette again. I mean, it's not as dark as I would want it, because I'm trying to think of it in terms of what I would use in my other looks. um, Maybe the Weirdo palette, because I could put a mixture of... No, that's too scary. I'm not going to do that. Okay, I'm going to take a mixture of... You know what, actually, I'm going to just take cherry soda. If it's not dark enough, oh well. I mean, it's showing up. That's a good thing, isn't it? I have to admit, this may be like real smooth, because obviously these are eyeshadows and they're made to blend. Don't get me wrong, you'd expect contour to blend as well, but like eyeshadows really blend out, so this could either be really awesome or really not awesome. Like, that was so quick. I don't think I've ever done my nose that quick before. Like that's nearly done, this side of it. Okay, and cherry soda is the shade. It may not be as dark as I want it, but I'm not going to risk putting any darker, because all the darker ones are more purple-like. You know what, maybe I should contour with fucking eyeshadows. Okay, taking a sponge, I am going to obviously take a bit of... I think I might actually take more of the glucose, the white shade, to obviously reinforce the highlighting areas. Because I think a bit like lipstick, while it will make it look quite cool, eyeshadows are probably just that bit more messier than the go-to contouring powders. This video is going to be so fucking long, by the way. It's so weird. It's like my brain isn't computing. Like, it's like, yes, I know this routine. This is familiar. But then I'm looking like, no, something's vastly different and I don't like it. Autistic minds. It's a fucked up but beautiful place. Well, mine certainly is anyway. Okay. For the highlighting of the nose, I am going to go with... It's got to be either sweetener or candy floss. I may go for sweetener because it's one of my favourite shades ever, so like, I may be biased to it. Maybe a little bit of candy floss just to make it a bit lighter. Like, that's pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, with that done, I am then going to do the eyebrows. Okay, this is gonna be tricky because oh, actually no, maybe, I don't know if this will be tricky or not, actually. Because I have done red, like, I tend to match the colour of my eyebrows to the wig that I'm wearing. And by the way, I am wearing my devil wig. And as much as I love the bitch, and as much as she's beautiful, I'm not looking forward to putting it on. I never am, to be honest with you. But there's a difference going out. Going out, I have to look fierce and make an impression. However, I'm not going out, so I don't feel like I want to do it. But I have to, it's the only red wig that I have. So I'm going to have to go and find my eyebrow brush, because apparently it's not in here. Okay, so taking cherry soda again, because I want it to match my contour of my nose. I'm just gonna do what I normally do. I hate doing eyebrows on camera. So it doesn't really matter how messy they get at the minute, because I then go in and cut them. It's literally just to map them out. I'm actually really excited to see what it looks like at the end, and hope my stained skin is worth it. As you can tell, I am super nervous about the staining. Okay, they look mostly similar. Okay, okay, I go in with a darker shade, and the closest I have is fresh meat, even though it's got that purple hint to it that I don't want. It's probably the only one I can use. And I don't know if it's dark enough, to be honest with you. I may have to just persevere with it, because I don't want to go too much darker, because I want it to be very red gradient looking. I don't really want to go in with blacks or anything like that, except maybe like eyeliner and that. Actually, there's no maybe about it. Eyeliner will definitely be black. Ugh. Anyway, as I was saying. As I said, it doesn't really matter how messy they get at the minute, because I'm going to cut them. Going in with cherry soda again, I'm just gonna try and sort the mouth a little bit. I don't think it's gonna work, but oh well. Good enough. If I need to go back in, I will. Once I do, when I'm at the eyeshadow stage. So, taking the cream blush palette, wherever the hell I put it, I'm going to cut the eye shadows with it. The eyeshadows. I am using eyeshadows. Eyebrows. I don't know if this will be too big, but I don't really want to use a different brush. because I've been lately trying to not use so many brushes. But I think I might have to, because this is a big brush. Where have I put it? There it is. Okay, I think that's alright. I then will set it with Tongue Pop. I'm going to go and do the other side off camera because you do not need to see that again. Okay, good enough. As I said, like, even though I do use eyeshadows for these bits, eyeshadows, while they blend amazingly, and once you get it there, I bet the contour will look fierce. However, a lot like lipsticks are for contour, I bet eyeshadows are just going to be messier because of the way they blend so easily together. However, I think they're okay. I'm still very weirded out. Like I there is times when I'm like smiling, going, "Oh, I know this routine," but then it's vastly different. Okay, so let's get on with the contouring. This is going to be difficult. I don't really want to go in with that red one from the Nikki Tutorials one because it's way too bright. I feel like it's going to have to be a fresh meat. Like a mix of fresh meat and cherry soda from the Jeffree Star Cosmetics palette. I will definitely need some for a guide because this is gonna be risky and messy and I have no idea where I put it. I will be back. Okay, I have to admit that was unbelievably satisfying. Okay, so keeping it is, as I said, a messy process, but it works. And now I'm gonna do this side, as hopefully it will go the same as the other one. So I did take a mixture of fresh meat and cherry soda and just did what I usually do. This side seems to have gone darker than I apparently want, so it's not feeling as satisfied anymore. But I can always darken this side up. think it's working quite well. Look at me go. I shouldn't say that. Because this, if I say something like that, I'll fuck it up. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of that and just sit and try and do what I do. Seeing the gradient of my face in like a different colour though is really, really cool. Like, I do find it really interesting. And it kind of makes me want to see what it's like in different colours. By the way, I'm just cutting with tongue top. I'm gonna try and cut this side a bit more as well. So much fun. I'm actually having a lot of fun. Like, I am nervous about the staining, but I'm also registering that this is actually really fun and I'm having a lot of fun with it. Okay, so I'm going to do the forehead with the same sort of shades. I have to admit, you do have to remember these are eyeshadows, so to get the pigment up and building, you do have to kind of like stamp first. Where with like normal contouring powders, it's more of just an instant sweeping motion. You sort of have to stamp and then blend, which was hard for the cheek area. Okay, it's probably also going to be hard for the jaw area as well. Yeah, I find this bit quite difficult. But it's working. I might just softly, with no product, go back in. With the product that's on the sponge, go back into this area. Just soften it all. Okay, so what's next? The blush. How do I get redder than this? There is pricked. I do want to try and get my ombre though, that I really want. I mean, they don't near enough the same. I feel like I'm gonna have to go with the bright arse red in the Nikki tutorials one. This is a bit nerve-wracking, I'm not gonna lie, because this is definitely one of the strongest red pigments I have ever used. So, let's go. I'm gonna put this in the very center, like that. Oh my fucking god, it's bright. By the way, this is the shade Mikai. However, I think it is working. And I may not tempt fate, I may just go with this as the blush. But then again, I may tempt fate, because you know what I'm like. I mean, look at me. Does this look like it doesn't tempt fate to you? Because it's eyeshadow, it blends crazy easily. Okay, so with that in the socket, I then will go with, I'm going to say Pricked from the Jeffree Star Cosmetics palette. I'm going to break it up a little bit. I think it's going fairly well. I'll then go back in and reinforce the contour areas afterwards. Oh crap, that was, I just totally scratched that out, oops. This works quite well with that colour actually, because it's like a lighter version of it. Okay, I think it's gone pretty well. Whoa, it is bright. When I said it couldn't get much brighter than this, it proved me wrong. I'm gonna just go back in a bit with that tongue pop to see if I can get it to marry a bit better along the sides. Okay, so for my bronzer, this is going to be a difficult one because my bronzing brush is massive, but also I always have some sort of shimmer within my bronzer. So I'm going to go with Blood Sugar, that one, and it's actually a shimmer. I am a bit nervous about it, but actually I'm going to do a mixture of cherry soda again and Blood Sugar. This could be really bad. I'm just gonna start on my forehead because it seems to be the best place to do it in my mindset, that is. Oh my god, that makes me nervous. Oh, actually, it may not be all that bad. I may have judged too quickly. I am going to be careful though, because I am a messy bronzing person. So I am just gonna try my best to refrain myself. And I think I'm gonna just leave it there, because it's giving me that glow on the forehead that I want. And I think I better not fuck with it anymore, because if I do, it's gonna fuck with me, isn't it? So okay. For highlighter, I mean, this might be the easiest part because I do crazy highlighter period anyway. I think I'm gonna go with Sweetener, the peachy, my favourite one. And maybe a little bit of Candy Floss. and just see how it goes. I'm gonna... Ooh. Okay. I mean, it seems to be sticking a little bit. That makes me nervous. I also forgot. Fuck, the white cast. I should have remembered that. Yeah, maybe candy floss isn't the best idea. I'm gonna try and use just sweetener, because that's obviously a peachier gold. Oh my god. It's doing exactly what I feared, and that's sticking to certain areas. And it's because it's an eyeshadow, really. Like, it's built to be built up in one sort of area. A shimmer, it's not to move so much. So my easiest time has become probably one of the hardest. I mean, it's giving me that glow that I want, of course, so at least it's doing that for me. I wonder if it will... I don't think it will, to be honest with you, but it's just sticking to one area, unfortunately. Oh gosh, it's getting worse. Just gonna go back in with the blush a little bit. Try and sort it out a little bit. Please, come on, work with me. Okay, that's as good as I'm gonna get. Even though this is pink, I'm gonna see if this will look alright. Well, it doesn't look any worse, put it that way. Okay, highlights done. On to the eyeshadow. I'm going to do one eye off camera, and I will be back to do the other. I'm not gonna lie, I don't really know what I'm going to do, but I mean, this bit's got to be the easiest part, right? Then again, I said that the highlight was the easiest part, and look how that turned out for me. Okay, I'm back, and this is the eye. I have to admit, it's looking pretty sick. I would normally go, I was thinking between silver and gold, but I just feel like gold's quite unique to go with red. I don't know why, I just feel like I would instantly go with silver. So I've decided to change it up and go with gold. So I am going to show you how I did it. I've already put the primer on and all that. So the first thing is obviously, as always, to take a, was it this one? I think it might be this one. A fluffy brush, and this is the shade Tongue Pop that I'm just softly going over the primer with. Okay, and with that, I then went in straight into the crease with Fresh Meat, that one, and mapped it out. I have to admit, this is a lot of fun. I can see why a lot of drag performers are into doing like different colours for like bases and that, because it is really cool. Especially if you've got a face that's like mine I can see, like, if you have a face that's a go-to and it's like a stamp, that your stamp, this is pretty cool, like, in how to do it and all that. Like, it's cool seeing your face slightly differently. I didn't really want to overcomplicate it, so I literally just put one in the crease. Okay, I then took the shade Prick, that one, and I buffed it out until it hit the brow. It's very much like trying to learn if you had like a new skin colour. Do you know what I mean? Like, this would be seen, if I was to do this, it would be seen as a nude eye, wouldn't it? So it's just sort of making yourself think in that aspect. If your skin was now red, naturally. Okay. Cutting the crease, I did it with this one. Oh, it's so awkward. And my phone is about to go off. Okay, with that done, for the lid, I naturally, because it's my favourite shade, went in with Sweetener, a peachy gold kind of colour, on the front of the lid. Say about there, because I then took in the mini one the shade Wisdom and did it on the outer side of the eye, like that. And I just left it sort of like that, and then I took a fluffy brush. Where the hell have I put it? Oh, you know what, I'm just gonna here's me trying to use less brushes. There we are, we'll just use this one. I took the shade, oh, I could use it from this part, Candy Floss, and I put that on the centre. Like that. Okay. I don't remember what I did next. I took a mixture of sweetener and a little bit of candy floss, because candy floss for some reason is strangely like you only need a little bit of it or it goes nuts. And I use that to highlight the brow bone. And I went back in with the fluffy brush that had prick on it and buffed it out like that. It's just more of like a guide like thing. I then really go and reinforce it after I've done like the glitter liner and that. Saying that, is it time for the glitter liner yet? I think it is. I tried to put a bit of this pencil one in there because I want to try and get back to doing a bit of coloured pencil liner. It didn't really show up all that great, but whatever. I'm still gonna do it because that's what I did on the other side. It also, to be honest, helps you map out where the glitter is going to go as well. So because I don't think this will make much of a difference trying to reinforce it. Not really. Doesn't really matter. I'm just gonna take a bit more of that and put it. I might as well put it a bit more over it because it's just really dark at the front now. So for the glitter liner, very simple. Just follow. God, that was a bit messy. Oops. I'm going to take that a bit further down because this one's going to go further down now. Okay, so taking a gold loose glitter, I literally just stamp it on. And it doesn't really matter if it goes all over your face because you can just brush it away. And also, drag artist. There's nothing wrong with glitter everywhere. Where did I put it? There it is. Oh, I've got an itchy nose. Okay. I think I'm nearly done. I'm just going to put a bit more glue on the lower part of my face. Eye, sorry. Face. About there. Okay, I'm now going to take a bit more of the sweetener shade and meet it up a bit further, just to blur out that pencil eyeliner, because it's not really making much of a difference, to be honest with you. And I'm gonna just do the same for that part as well. Yeah, that's similar enough. Maybe a little bit higher, but there's nothing I can do about it. Just more on those lines to try and get it to look somewhat similar. Yeah, I think that's close enough. Okay, eyeliner. Ugh, I don't want to do it on camera, but I've got to, because here it is. So, for the stamp one, I'm going to turn this off because it's about to go off. Okay, so as I was saying, this is the stamp eyeliner. It is alright for this part. Oh, that was my stomach. It's alright for this part, but for the lid liner, it's a bit like not flexible. It doesn't move very well, so it's not that neat. However, it doesn't really matter for me because I'm wearing massive lashes anyway. But it's fair. It's alright, especially for the price. God, eyeliner always highlights the fact that I have two vastly different shaped eyes. Eyeliner and eyelashes. Really highlight that about my face. Okay, so the bottom. Where did I put? There it is. Yeah, good enough. There we are. And it's a decent eyeliner. It's a good cheap one, and I would, if the next one wasn't in stock or whatever, I would probably use it, get it for like a alternative. Okay, so the bottom lash line, no, not the bottom lash line, the white eyeliner. I continue to stick with the white eyeliner because it's vital, in my opinion. It really opens up my eyes and eyes in general. However, also think with white eyeliner, it easily mixes. So, depending on what your base is, it's going to mix with that base. So it's made it almost pinky sort of coloured, which I think is alright, because, I mean, where it's like full on white, I want full on white when it's my normal skin tone. It seems to be okay with, like, I'm okay with it mixing a bit with this. Oh, come on. Why are you doing this? You weren't doing it earlier. Oh God, now I've got gold glitter in it. For this little part, it's so tedious. I then took just a soft brush and tried to blend the end of it together a little bit more. Obviously, I'm gonna have to go back in with this, as I always do. Just to sharpen it up a bit. I think it's still not as bright as the other side, in my humble opinion. Oh. Oh, I did say I wanted it brighter. God, that's too bright now. Oh, for God's sake. Of course this happens to me. Oh wow. Where did I put that? It's in my freaking hand. I'm so blind. Okay, good enough. Bottom lash line. So I literally took the shade Fresh Meat. And the shade Pricked to buff it out. The one thing I tell you I am impressed about, I don't know if it's setting with an eyeshadow or the cream blush itself, but it doesn't seem to be creasing under my eyes, which is pretty cool. Like, I definitely expected that to happen. Okay. For the inner corner, I took candy flossed. My phone is about to die. You have to wait a minute. And layered it on the inner corner. I then also took the pink Purity one from the Extreme Frost palette and put it in the corner more. Okay. Buff that in a bit. Okay. What's next? Is it rhinestones next? I think it might just be rhinestones next. Need to go and plug my phone in because it's about to die on me. No, it's not the rhinestone next. It's eye mascara. Okay, so this, first off, I love the brush. I love these kind of brushes for mascara. It's a decent cheap mascara. It's not as good as the Essence one, but it's a good alternative. And like for drag, it doesn't really matter for me anyway, because it's literally about painting my lashes black, and that's it. I've got white eyeliner underneath my eye, for God's sake. I'm gonna have to go back in with the red eyeshadow. Please don't get black everywhere. Check me out. I know I said that glitter doesn't matter for a drag queen. I will say it's so much more glittery down here than it is on the other side of my face. Oh well. I need to find what I've done with the nose contour brush, because I may have to go back in with a slightly darker colour, because it's just not, it's not giving me the deeper contour that I want, but I'm scared about screwing it up. So I am going to try and be as gentle as possible. And that is very difficult for me because I am very heavy-handed. There we are. Just a little bit more. There we are. Okay, so rhinestones. I need to start remembering to highlight my upper lip. I keep intending to do it every time and then forgetting about it. Oh, that was bad. Fuck. Oops. Well, I have a very highlighted cupid though. I don't know, I just lately have been obsessed with it. Like, I never used to highlight my cupid's bow, but like I've seen other people do it and I really like it, especially the top effect that it gives to your lips. Anyway, finally, rhinestones. So, as usual, white one in the corner. I put one there, one here to disguise where that joins, and one here. And I put those on first, then put the second ones on afterwards. So that's the white one. And I normally do two different coloured ones, However, I felt like the red ones I have on really catch the gold and the red in this look. So I just decided to do the same, basically. No, for God's sake. I desperately need some more of these. But I do not have the money at the moment. Everything's going on travel expenses. Come on. Okay, now I put on the second ones. So there, and there. They're not always symmetrical, but they're good enough. Oh, for God's sake. Oh my God, this is why I need some more. I drop them all the time. Like, there's rhinestones all over this house because of me. There we are. Looking crazy. Okay, so eyelashes. Is there anything else? I'm trying to remember. I can't really remember all that much. I'm a bit distracted, as you can tell. Do you know what's distracting me? Of course not. It's not the fact that I look like this at all. Okay. Anyway, I got distracted again. I mean, I do the lips after I've done the eyelashes and all that. I even do it after the wig half the time. But no, I've got a lipstick product, so I've got to do it. I don't know how to do it. Like, I don't know whether to go and just put the wig on, because I don't really want to, because it's so fucking heavy, and it's not as if I'm drinking to compensate for the pain. Okay, so I'm gonna do the eyelashes next. Do you really need to see me put on eyelashes? I mean, there's no real way to teach you. You just have to practice and hope that you're good at it. Because there are some people who just never get the hang of lashes. I am the kind of person who some days it's easier than others. Other days it's really fucking difficult. So it's weird. I don't normally do the bottom ones first, but I am apparently. Well, I'll be back because, as I said, you don't need to see me put eyelashes on. Okay, I'm back. Oh my God. Oh, it's wild. Feeling wild. I want to put the star somewhere, but I have no idea where to do it. Maybe there? I'm nervous. I'm so nervous. Like, at the end of each rhinestone? Okay, I'll do this side on camera, but I need to think. Oh my God, I am so sorry. I totally forgot. Okay, I literally forgot on the last one. So I'll show you doing this one. You do have to go in and reinforce this stamp with the other end, which isn't great. It worked really well at the start. but it doesn't seem to want to work anymore. So yeah, I ended up putting the stars there, there, and there. Oh my god, my eye is running like hell in this corner. Please, please, please hold up for just a bit longer. I am sobbing in this corner of my eye, and it is most definitely taking off my makeup. This is not good. Come on, don't do this to me. Oh god, no, I've got to go back in with my blush and everything. I swear to god the world hates me. Okay, I'm just gonna try my best to ignore it. Because I don't know why my eye's doing that. It doesn't normally do that. Unless I'm suffering like crazy from hay fever, which I'm not at the moment. Hopefully I don't jinx that, touch wood. Hopefully my bottom lashes disguise my tearing. Okay, the lips for next, I guess. I'm going to attempt to do somewhat of an ombre. I know I've got that lip oil to review, but I'm going to do that literally like directly at the end, once I put the wig on and everything. I'm going to go with the shade Whirl, which is a brown colour. Which is actually brown, should I say. It's not a brown colour, it's brown. While the Beauty Bay lipstick liners, like, they will stop your lips from bleeding and everything, but they do seem to have a bit of trouble going over a lot of product. And I would wipe it off, but I can't be bothered to find a wet wipes. Oh god, this is going messy. Well, I'll be overlining more. Oh, good enough, I'll tidy it up afterwards. Going with, I think, I've got eyelashes everywhere. I did have the other one, but I have no idea where I put it. So, I think I'm going to go with the lipsticks, I guess, because I did have a red lip somewhere. A red liquid lip, but it seems to have gone bye-bye. I'm an idiot. I got the Volt out. I think I'm going to go with Sucker Punch. This bright arse red. But I'm going to try and do an ombre situation. So this is Unicorn Blood. then I'm going to go in with this one. And I think I screwed up because it's just... Come on, I must have used most of this by now. Screw the ombre, I'm just going to try and make the lip liner and this bright one work. I kind of want to make it look like this red demon is wearing red lipstick. So I'm trying to make it brighter. Instead of like red demon wearing nude lip. Yeah, good enough. I'm going to put on the pitch of a wig and be right back. And to do the lip oil. Bastard. I've been revealed finally. My true form. Anyway. I don't know why I did that. I know what I should do next. I should go in and put the lace the same colour as my skin, and I would if I was going out, but I'm not. Therefore I'm not doing it because I can't be bothered, and I can't be bothered to then clean the wig to get the red off the lace. So here we are. I mean, I do genuinely feel a bit offended, like I have been revealed in my true form, but oh well. Gloves because I forgot to paint my nails and my hands are a state. So the last product would be the lip oil. Do you not like going over liquid lip oil? Rude. How dare it cut me off like that? Okay, I have to admit, it does smell absolutely delightful, and it looks like I've just drank the blood of my enemies. So, anyway, but of course, if I was going out, colour the lace in red, but I'm not, as I said. The beauty box is, in my opinion, skincare. And that's that. Didn't really review it all that much on my face, but to be honest, I remember what it did to my glam boy look. I mean, Deuce's glam boy look. Therefore, it wasn't happening. I'm actually quite impressed with myself. Oh, let's see how it's gonna happen when it's took off. But, you know, he shouldn't want to remove me anyway. God, I should get over it and put this wig on more often, shouldn't I? Because I feel it when I'm in it. Anyway, like, actually no, wait a minute. I'm not done yet. Do I think it's worth £20? Yes. But know that it's skincare, not makeup, really. There's about, in my opinion, the beauty products are more skincare based that will look nicer on bare skin. Obviously you have the eyeliner and the mascara, which is obviously a makeup product. Okay, now, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you